today's news.
Virginia house explosion. Israel pushes south.
Perhaps the final phase of this fight against Hamas in Gaza.
Alleged Cuban spy.
A crime that will be met with the full force of the Justice Department.
Good morning, I'm Steve Kathan with the CBS World News Roundup. It began when police tried to serve a search warrant at a home last night in Arlington, Virginia. CBS's Nicole Scanga says events took an unexpected turn.
Arlington police were attempting to execute a search warrant after a suspect allegedly fired multiple rounds from a flare gun hours earlier. And just as police approached, the powerful blast unleashed debris, including its roof and walls, from the multi-story house into the sky.
I've never had a sound wave shock like that. I thought something had happened on my house.
Miraculously, only 3 officers suffered minor injuries requiring no hospitalization. Meanwhile, the status of the suspect who was inside the house during the explosion is still unclear.
Now to Gaza, where Israel's military has concentrated more of its efforts on the southern part of the territory. Here's CBS's Charlie D'Agata.
For the past 2 days and nights, Israeli forces have launched some of the heaviest bombardments the southern part of Gaza has seen since the war began. Even Rafah got hit, the southernmost tip of the territory, where neighbors hoping to rescue a little boy beneath the rubble of an airstrike recovered his body instead. This is where residents were ordered to flee by the Israeli army from the north for their own safety. Now, new evacuation orders have been released outlining specific neighborhoods, no strike zones, but they rely on QR codes in a place with little electricity, let alone internet connection.
The arrest of a former U.S. ambassador has unraveled what authorities say is a decades-long espionage case. CBS's Manuel Bojorquez on retired State Department official Victor Manuel Rocha.
The criminal complaint says Rocha claimed his involvement with Cuban intelligence went back almost 40 years, referred to the United States as the enemy, and said his #1 priority was protecting the Castro regime.
We would have had the ability to gain access to information that could cause great harm to the United States.
John Carlin is a former top national security prosecutor.
So he had the ability to gain and then share information that would thwart U.S. agencies' ability to collect intelligence on Cuba. On the one hand, he also was one of the key officials charged with forming our policy positions on Cuba.
A volcanic eruption in Indonesia is now blamed for at least 23 deaths. CBS's Lilia Luciano.
Rescue crews are struggling in unpredictable weather, hot clouds, and the slippery volcanic ash to carry hikers and climbers to safety. Authorities say at least 50 people were evacuated, but 10 are missing.
Hundreds of thousands of people get hip replacements every year. They're supposed to last 20 years or more. Now a CBS News investigation finds one particular hip replacement system has broken down in hundreds of people, leading to additional painful surgery. It happened to 56-year-old Brad Little.
I felt this click. The next thing I knew, I'm on the floor laying down on the ground.
CBS's Anna Werner.
Reports submitted to the FDA describe patients' hips breaking during routine activities, hiking, golfing, mowing the lawn. And in a court hearing in 2018, a Wright medical attorney admitted the company was aware of more than 760 fractures of profemur necks. But she defended the product, telling the court a device fracture does not mean it is defective. Devices fracture all the time. But that's not what the company told doctors. In prior promotional materials, Wright Medical guaranteed the profemur's structural reliability.
Some court cases involving the implants have been settled. The brand was sold and is no longer marketed in the U.S. 4 minutes after the hour.
Well, that's today's news. Today's news. I didn't hear any good news, did you? I didn't think so. I guess it's all about perspective. The glass is half full. Well, as always, I want to thank you again for coming along with me on these Dashcam News adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody. It's 45 degrees outside.